What it is, my 10 Peace and Grace here, and today we're talking about the Thumpers. Now, with the Plains of Eidolon remaster, we have a new enemy type, and that new enemy type is Thumpers. Now, there are 3 levels of Thumpers. There is your standard level Thumper, which is low level, obviously. Your mid-level Thumper, which is your Bull Thumper, and then finally your high-level Thumper, which is your Doma Thumper. Now, I'm sure somebody out there, your reaction is, Peace, why should I even give 2 dung beetles crap worth of caring about any of these, right? And I get it. You're right. I do. I understand it. So let's take a look at them real quick, and I'll explain to you why you should care. So the low-level Thumper, yeah, who gives a crap? There's nothing to see here. Move along. I mean, really. It can drop the Augur mods, Gladiator mods, Vigilante mods, as well as the Stand, Stinging Thorn, and the mod target acquired. Yeah. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. I mean, it doesn't blow my skirt out, right? So let's talk about the mid-level Thumper. You can get the Gerudo blueprint, which, that's right, along with the Plains of Eidolon remaster, new enemy types, now conservation activities, hunting on the Plains of Eidolon as well. There is a new weapon that has been added with this remaster, and you guessed it, you can only get it from Tusks, the mid to high level Tusks. And the Gerudo is a sparring weapon. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But you can also get the Augur mods, Gladiator mods, Vigilante mods, Stinging Thorn, and target acquired. Same exact things you can get on a low level with the addition of the Gerudo blueprint. Now here's where it gets interesting. The high level Thumper, the Doma. So it can drop the Gerudo blueprint just like the mid-level. It also drops the Augur mods, Gladiator mods, and Vigilante mods just like the other 2 Thumpers. But here's where it really gets interesting. The 2 mods, Kinetic Diversion and Spring-Loaded Blade. Now, why should you care about these 2 mods? Alright, well, let me explain. So these 2 mods have off and on only had like one particular location they could drop from in the past, and their drop rate was so minuscule that a lot of players didn't have them. They couldn't get them. They couldn't get the drop. They couldn't get RNG to be on their side. Now, because of this, there was a demand for these mods from players that were trying to min-max various types of niche builds, trying to min-max their equipment. And then you had the collectors. So there was enough demand for these mods, but not enough supply. So the prices just went up and up and up and up and up. So to give you an example, Kinetic Diversion, I've seen prices from in the past from 200 to 500 plats. Some players are even asking more for this. And it's an Arcwing mod. No, my 10-0. I did not stutter. That's right. An Arcwing mod. In the past, 2 to 500 plat for just an Arcwing mod or more. Spring-Loaded Blade is a melee mod, but it's not a fantastic melee mod, and people were asking anywhere from 100 to 200 plat for it. Yeah, no joke. Now, with the addition to these Thumpers, these mods being added to this Doma Thumper, do not pay those kinds of prices for these mods. Please don't do it. If someone gives you that type of pricing, tell them to go suck eggs. They're trying to rip you off. You should be able to get Kinetic Diversion for no more than 60 plat, and in some cases even less. Okay, but don't pay more than 60 plat for Kinetic Diversion. Just don't do it. Same thing goes for Spring-Loaded Blades. Don't pay over 40 plats for that mod. Just don't pay over 40 plat. Don't do it. Okay, it's not worth it, and if you should be able to get it for that, maybe even less. Okay, so, but why buy them with plat when you can just farm this Doma? Particularly if you're needing the sparring weapon, the Gerudo, for maybe MR, for example. But really quickly, let's talk about the Gerudo, and then we'll jump back in here, and then we will talk about the farming method for Thumpers. And right before we do that, we will talk about, I will show you Kinetic Diversion and Spring-Loaded Blade. Alright, so, Kinetic Diversion. As I said, Kinetic Diversion is an Arcwing mod. Nothing more, nothing less. But it is a good Arcwing mod. Just as you would put Hunter, Adrenaline, or Rage on a Warframe build, Kinetic Diversion is the same exact thing for your Archwing. So at this moment, at this time, yeah, who cares, right? No, I'm right there with you. I get it. But 2 words. Railjack, in the near future, having this type of mod where in taking damage is going to be converted to energy is going to be really handy to have on an Archwing. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty nice to have. All right. Now, spring-loaded blades, on the other hand, yeah, not so much. No. So, spring-loaded blade, basically, don't get me wrong. This could give your disc on your Zenistar more range. Now, I'm sure I've got your attention, but hear me out. I don't think they patched this. If you guys know for a fact, if guys or gals know that they've patched this for a fact, leave it in the comment section below. I don't think that DE has patched it. DE has been thorough in going through and patching damn near every mod that you can use to really make the Zenistar more powerful. But I don't think they patched this one. But I could be mistaken. But basically what you would do with this in the past is you would throw this on your Zenistar. Before you launch the disc out of your Zeni, okay, your Zenistar, you would walk up and smack some hapless enemy with it, proccing status. Then you would immediately throw the disc out, and you would get that 30% range bonus, okay? And you would have that for 24 seconds, okay? But on the Zenistar, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it actually, you buff stuck around till after the disc came back, if I recall correctly. Again, I don't know if this has been patched. I don't think that it has, but again, if you know for a fact that it has or has not, leave it in the comment section below. But other than that, spring-loaded blade, yeah, it's not going to be very useful for the majority of your melee weapons. You know, plus on top of this, it's only going to give you 30% more range. Yeah, I mean, you know, if I can get range from, you know, primed reach, yeah, am I going to be willing to give up another slot for even more range when I could use damage mods? Yeah, I don't think that I will. But there you go. That's what spring-loaded blade is. Okay. So let's talk about the Gerudo really quickly. The Gerudo is a sparring weapon, as I've said. It is... it's okay. It's got a crit chance of 31% with a 2.5 crit multiplier. And status is like literally 8%. It's, yeah, straight up a crit weapon. And crit's not bad at 31%. I mean, if you like sparring weapons, here you go. If you're looking for a sparring crit weapon, there you go. I don't like sparring weapons. If you do, go ham. I'm not impressed by the Gerudo, but maybe you will be. Okay, so let's talk about the typical farming method for the Thumpers. Okay, so here's basically my MO when I'm farming Thumpers. So as you heard me say already, that the standard Thumper's low level, the Bull Thumper's mid level, and the Doma Thumper's high level. Well, what do I mean by that exactly? Okay, is it just their difficulty? Yes, but there's also more to it. Okay, so with the low level Thumper, what I like to do is I like to go to Kanzu, go to Cetus, and then select the low level bounty. All right, not the lowest level bounty. The next one up, I believe it's level 15 to 30. And then I go out on the Plains of Eidolon, and I have a chance to get the standard low level Tusk Thumper to spawn. All right, just that simple. If I want the Bull Thumper, I will go to Kanzu, and I will select a mid-level, like, what is it, 30 to 40, something along those lines. And then I will take that bounty, and then I will head out the door and go out to the Plains of Eidolon. And then I will take the higher level bounty from Kanzu in Cetus, and then go out the door to the Plains of Eidolon for the chance to get the Doma Thumper. Now, a few things to keep in mind here. The bounty doesn't matter. I'm not telling you you have to do a bounty. That's not what I'm saying. Hear me out. By being in Cetus, when you take a bounty from Kanzu, you're setting the enemy level on the plains. All right? So you don't have to do the bounty. All you're doing is initially when you start that bounty when you take it from him and it pops at the top of your screen, it's basically setting the levels for pretty much all enemy encounters on the plains when you go out that door. All right, once it starts loading up and you get through the door and all. You don't have to do the bounty. You don't have to run the bounty. In fact, you can run out and kill as many thumpers as you want and then leave the plains through the door again without ever touching the bounty. So you don't have to do the bounty. Bounty doesn't matter. You're just setting the levels of the enemies on the plains. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay? Now, I don't recommend that you actually take the lowest level bounty, because just playing around with it, when I took the lowest level bounty, it seemed like the low level thumper just never spawned. So it's almost like there's a kind of a protective on the lowest level bounty. Like there's a protection almost on it. Like, okay, well, this is for new players. We don't want to overwhelm them with the thumper, trying to eat their booty when they're on the plains for the first time. So no thumpers will spawn on the lowest level bounty. So take the second from the lowest level bounty. If you really want to waste your time killing the low level thumper, I guess, there you go. Go ahead. The other thing is, I would not recommend going in through free roam. Just going from your orbiter straight to straight to the plains of Eidolon in free roam. The reason for that is because if you notice right here where it says Plains of Eidolon free roam, level 10 to 30. So that's the level you're setting the enemies at when you go in at free roam. If you're wanting that high level Doma Thumper, level 10 to 30 isn't going to do it. This is why I'm stressing actually go to Cetus and go to Kanzu and select the bounty. That way you're setting the enemy level before you get out on the plains. Otherwise, if you go straight to free roam on the plains of Eidolon, you're not going to get the dumper you're looking for, and then you're just going to have to turn around and go back through the door, and then just go to Kanzu anyway to get the bounty. So, yeah, save yourself the extra trip. All right. Okie doke. The next thing, and by the way, the bounty huts. In case you're on free roam and you're thinking, well, I'll just select the bounty from the bounty hut. Yeah, that's an option if you want to do that, certainly. But I've found that tends to be kind of a 50-50 chance. Like if I'm already on the plains of Eidolon and I select the bounty, it kind of seems as if I may get a thumper, I may not. Whereas I seem like I have a higher percentage chance of getting a thumper when I actually get a bounty from Kanzu and then go through the door. All right, that's my personal experience. Okay, so let's talk about the tactic for taking out thumpers. Okay. So basically the way thumpers will work is all three of them work exactly the same. No difference, okay? They have these kneecap armor on at least 4 legs, okay? They have 4 legs total. You need to shoot off these kneecap armor, and when you shoot off these kneecap armors, there will be a thin rectangular light on their knees underneath these plates. You need to continually do damage to these little lights, and it's a small hitbox, but do damage to these lights until you blow the leg. You will see like the electricity and smoke coming from the leg, and the light will be out. It won't be lit anymore. It'll be lit green. As you're doing damage, it'll change to kind of a yellowish, and then it will finally pop, and there will be no light. Okay? Upon doing that, you just want to go ahead and go to your second leg. Do the same thing. Pop the armor off, shoot the light till you blow the leg, then move on to the next leg until all 4 legs are down. Once all 4 legs are down, it's down. That's it. And then a bunch of, resources from the plains go and come spitting out of the damn thing. I will tell you, of all the thumpers I have killed, all right, no BS, of all the thumpers I have killed, every single thumper that I have killed, and I've killed quite a few so far, I have never seen a single solitary mod drop. Not one. Now, I don't know how DE can explain that. How is it possible I could kill from low to high level thumpers and not have a single mod drop from any of them? Yeah, DE, check your shiznit. Because in my opinion, something is up here. There's something going on where these thumpers are not dropping mods consistently or at all. Even the only thing I ever see drop from thumpers is the Plains of Eidolon resources. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So DE, please check to make sure that these thumpers are going to drop these mods, because I haven't seen a single one drop from any of them yet. I keep farming them though, because I want this Kinetic Diversion and Spring-Loaded Blade. But yeah, that definitely needs to be checked in my opinion. But you guys let me know if you're seeing mods pop from these guys, if you actually have been hunting thumpers. So hopefully that clears it up. I would love to take you on a practice run for a thumper, but the reality is that thumpers only come out during the day, not at night. And we still had like 15 minutes left of night, and then we'd of course have to go through dawn and everything else like that. So yeah, I would have to cut it and then go through it. And if you guys really want to see me go through and do some thumper hunts, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be happy to add an addendum to this video. But that's pretty much the ins and the outs and the do's and the don'ts with the thumpers that you need to know. Let me know what you think about the thumpers in the comment section below. Until next time, peace and grace.